Coinbase has demonstrated its commitment. These people are serious. If the warning says tens of millions of dollars, we should definitely pay attention. When this happens, the Shiba Inu feels the effects acutely. This, though, is dwarfed by the iceberg. Something far more monumental is up next. I assure you, you will not believe it. Nevertheless, to what exactly am I making reference? Permit me to elaborate. Your daily dose of Shiba is here with Wealthy Coin. If Shiba is something that piques your interest, you have come to the right place. Remain ahead of the curve in the cryptocurrency market and remain informed about all the newest news projections by subscribing. Click the like button to receive more SHIB news. What has happened in today's news is just insane. Trading Bitcoin as an example titan not long ago, Coinbase dropped a bombshell. They recently admitted to donating $25 billion to a crypto-focused super PAC called Fairshake. As the US elections approach, Coinbase is gearing up for a vigorous lobbying campaign. Although not everything is roses, it is clear that the Bitcoin community is quite enthusiastic about these elections. Notable personalities like Joe Biden have spoken out against cryptocurrencies, which is sure to generate a storm. There have been demands for a crypto crackdown, and the community is still reeling from the effects of his most recent veto. Nonetheless, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong is being forthright. His message is clear: crypto voters need to do something. Until lawmakers hear that being against Bitcoin is a mistake, they will not take us seriously. Join the crypto candidates and show the naysayers who's boss. Many in the Bitcoin community see this as involving issues much larger than party politics. We must safeguard our standing in the digital realm. In reality, did Coinbase inject $25 million? What this means is that things are about to get interesting very soon. The next few months are going to be full of excitement, I can tell you that much. But this is not the primary cause of my joy today. The events of today are initiated by a remarkable discovery. Net inflows of $105 million were recorded by funds traded on Bitcoin exchanges in the US for the 15th consecutive day yesterday. You should be proud of this run. On top of that, we've witnessed inflow streaks that were much longer before for longer periods of time. Those inflows stopped and were replaced by outflows as soon as people started to feel extreme euphoria. The date of this modification is April, if you remember. The idea was that if inflows turn negative, long streaks of inflows would no longer exist. Nevertheless, Bitcoin ETFs has seen a flood of investment over the past 15 days. The atmosphere is one of cautious confidence mixed with anticipation. Because of this trend, some are bullish about the future of the cryptocurrency field, while others are wary because to the potential rapidity of change. As everyone excitedly awaits the certain replay of previous errors, an air of optimism and a touch of dread pervades the atmosphere. This is going to significantly impact Shiba Inu in the not-too-distant future due to one minor aspect. Soon enough, we will take care of it. Nevertheless, today also brought news of another major discovery. A resurgence in accumulation among Bitcoin's long-term holders has been observed since December. Indeed, Bitcoin ETF inflows are promising, but naysayers would argue that this is only a sign of new, more traditional investors entering the cryptocurrency sector. Some may find this perspective to be reasonable. For them, it represents traditional investors putting their money where their mouth is and believing in the revolutionary power of cryptocurrencies. From this vantage point, it seems more like a financial strategy than an endorsement of the cryptocurrency movement. The excitement, however, is tangible now that early Bitcoin adopters are making a comeback. They resumed their vigorous collection campaign in December. It is intriguing because at the same time, people were preparing for the approval of a Bitcoin ETF. As this occurrence sent shockwaves across the globe, these seasoned players were hurriedly trying to stock up on Bitcoin while it was still relatively inexpensive. When they thought about a Bitcoin ETF, they saw billions of dollars in possible inflows. They were right again. The Bitcoin ADF's widespread acceptance led to a flood of investment capital, increasing its value by billions of dollars. In a little over 2 months, Bitcoin hit new all-time highs of about $70,000. It would appear that the sage whales were right. Their forethought paid off handsomely. It seems like they're back and stacking up again now. It has been suggested that this could be related to the recent authorization of Ethereum trading. Some have speculated that the 15-day inflows into the Bitcoin ADA are a result of Bitcoin's sudden reawakening. Each and every point is valid. Investors may be taking notice of the recent increase in Bitcoin's price and the Ethereum ATF's acceptance, suggesting a market awakening. However, regardless of the correct perspective, one thing is crystal clear. Among crypto whales, optimism is king. Investors are keenly observing their every move as they navigate these thrilling crypto developments, suggesting confidence in the market's trajectory. They are once again amassing. Then how does it all function behind the scenes? It is imperative that we investigate. On-chain data initially. New data from Bitfinex Alpha shows that long-term Bitcoin holders are shifting their approach, suggesting market activity. Bitfinex found that a significant increase in buying activity has reduced selling pressure from these investors. This is very important. The sharp decline in Bitcoin exchange reserves since February has contributed to recent price hikes and may set the stage for more price increases. Some of you may be asking why I'm just now talking about Bitcoin. What does this have to do with Shiba Inu? In my films, I've mentioned that the Shiba Inu is highly sensitive to the price of Bitcoin. Doubt has been increasing recently, thus many are seeking for further evidence. So here we are. Shiba Inu prices often rise in tandem with market prices, especially when Bitcoin values are trending upwards. However, Shiba Inus tend to plummet to far greater depths when market prices drop. Even as we near the end of April, this pattern has been there the whole year. Bitcoin, for instance, plummeted 15% from its April 23rd high of $66,000 to $56,000 on May 1st, its lowest price in 3 months. Interestingly, Shiba Inu also saw a precipitous plunge, reaching rock bottom on May 1st following a steep 23.5% drop. On April 23rd, about the same time as Bitcoin was under similar pressure to plummet. Their coordinated price movement demonstrates this. It is a representation of the interdependence of these coins that Shiba Inu gets sick at the same time that Bitcoin does. Based on market statistics from Into the Block, there has been a 79% correlation between Shiba Inu and Bitcoin over the past 30 days. There is a strong positive correlation between the price fluctuations of Shiba Inus and Bitcoins. While 79% may not seem like much, it is actually rather significant when looking at statistics. With a correlation of 79%, the Shiba Inu and Bitcoin prices are clearly related. In general, Shiba Inus are easy to anticipate. Almost 3/4 of the time, they'll keep an eye on Bitcoin's price. Due to their high degree of connectivity, it is clear that the two cryptocurrencies' market actions are strongly related. I think this is really interesting, and it relates back to the current Bitcoin bull run. What I'm about to reveal might be the deal breaker, if the 15 days of inflows haven't already aroused your attention. So far this year, the Bitcoin exchange-traded funds AGAS offered by Fidelity and BlackRock have done fairly well. Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas attributed 26% of BlackRock's and 56% of Fidelity's total inflows to these Bitcoin ETFs, citing intelligence data. Inflows of $16.6 billion have been received by the iShares Bitcoin Trust, BlackRock, and the Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, Fidelity, respectively, since its launch approximately 5 months ago, according to data from Farsight Investor. Considering that BlackRock currently offers 429 ETFs and Fidelity has 70x, it is absurd that Bitcoin ETFs make up 26% and 56% of their total inflows, respectively. Big institutions are clearly investing heavily in Bitcoin due to the abundance of investment opportunities. The renewed interest from long-lost Bitcoin investors and the general enthusiasm surrounding the upcoming U.S. presidential election create the impression that we could be on the verge of a bull run, not to mention sound financial advice. Is that something you're comfortable with, though? Please share your ideas in the designated area. Your feedback is highly valued. Well, that was a long day. Please don't forget to give it a large thumbs up. Please subscribe and share our content to view our latest uploads.